Yes, people, welcome back to Sunday League Settings with myself, Big Fazza. Now, with the past weekend's fixtures being postponed due to adverse weather conditions and Mr. SLS out of town celebrating Mrs. SLS's birthday, there wasn't no fixtures filmed. You know me, there's always something tucked away. Now, this week, we got a fixture from the 16th of October between Power FC against VIP FC. Less than me pattying. Let's get straight into the action. Now Shane Doyle looking for one over the top into the path of Cody Mullen. I believe that's Remy that comes off his line. Doesn't get it right though. Cody Mullen tucks one into the back of the onion bag. 1-0 to VIP early doors. Now VIP coming flying out the blocks with their first shot of the game, going 1-0 up. Now another attack for VIP resulting in a corner. He whipped into the box, but Power clear their lines. Doesn't break out no further than Palmer, who keeps it alive. Plays it back into Casey Roberts, who scuffs his cross. Now you got the Power boys on the attack. You got Reedy that plays it out to this right hand side. Picked up by Talib, who's got a bit of grass in front of him. Loose pass into the centre. Slide tackle in there by Titch. Picked up again by Cody Mullen. Tries to play it into the channel, but Power clear their lines. Now VIP with the ball just inside their own half again. You got Baker breaking out to this right hand side. Power got the time to clear it, but he hits it high into the sky. Can't clear their lines once again. Breaks out to Cody Mullen, who tries to play it through to Baker, but it ends up in the keeper's arms. Now as we go back down the other end, you've got Reedy, who's strong with his hold-up play. Shane Doyle's all over him like a rash. Concedes a free kick though. Now you got Danny D standing over the free kick, looking for options to whip it into the box. Referee eventually blows his whistle, doesn't beat the first man, and VIP clear their lines. Now Casey Roberts plays a ball out to this right hand side to John Baker once again. Decent footwork to get around the left back, whipped it into the box. Now Power can't sort their feet out and it goes out for another corner. Ball picked up centre of the park by number 10 Carlos. Plays it into Baz. Tally pulls out to this right hand side, giving him an option. Now this is decent footwork by Talib to step in and get his shot away. Takes a deflection and Shane Doyle sees it out for a throw-in. Now over on that far side, throw-in tossed into Danny D. Decent turn, plays it back because there was no options inside the box. Now another ball's whipped in, defended well by Casey Roberts. Now over on that far side, the ball's with Jake Gorman, looking for options, tries to play one into the middle to Baker. Now Power have got all the time in the world to get their head up, played inside to number 6 and captain Baz, back out to Andre Lova. Pagey plays it inside. I believe the referee could have gave a free kick there, but he says play on. Ball played out to this right hand side to Casey Roberts, who's got miles of space ahead of him. Ball takes a bobble and it goes back to the hands of Remy. Now Remy scuffs his clearance and it's picked up there by Palmer in the centre of the park. Plays into the feet of Baker once again. Page is standing him up. Baker gets his shot away, deflected off the foot of Pagey, goes out for a corner. Now Casey Roberts standing over the corner, takes a short one into Beefy. He lends it back to Casey. Cheeky little back heel back into the path of Beefy. He tries to get his shot away, Cleared in the end by Talib. Now, it has been all VIP for the last 5 minutes of the game, and as I've said, if it's not broke, you don't fix it. This right hand side has been the outlet for VIP. You got Cody Mullen that picks up the ball once again, whips it into the box, onto the head of Jake Gorman, 2-0. Now, approximately 25 minutes gone, 2-0 to the VIP boys. Free kick just inside their own half. Power trying to get themselves back into the game. Breaks and drops in the box, but that's a decent save that is by Bobby. Now, I just want to say a massive shout out to VIP for making their VO footage and having it available for me to edit this week. Goes a long way in keeping the content coming for the SLS channel. Over on that far side, ball tossed into Baker, who tries a cheeky little flick to get around the power back line, but Remy's there to scoop it up. Now you see it, now you don't. What a flick that is there by Talib to get away from Brad Harburn. Now, ball played into the middle to Carlos, who plays out to this left hand side, but that's more great defending there by Shane Doyle. Now, Casey standing over the free kick. Referee blows his whistle. Casey plays it into the box, looking for Heno, but not the greatest control or the greatest ball either. Baker tries to keep the ball alive, but Power do come away with it. Now, we're about 35 minutes in at this point, and over on that far side, VIP still looking for options. Baker gets his toe on it, but Remy scoops it up. Now, this is a lovely control by Carlos, taken out of the sky and to knock it around Beefy. Palmer leaves one on him. Referee plays the advantage. Now, Danny D whips the ball into the box. Deflected. Picked up by Talib, who I think stands on Heno's ankle, so he stays down. Danny D tries to scoop it back into the box, but Big Bobby's got it covered. Now, a big kick out to this right-hand side by Bobby into the path of Casey Roberts, who plays it first time into Cody Mullen, pursued by Baz, and credit where it's due to Baz, manages to hold him up. Cody into JG, back out first time to Casey Roberts, who drags his shot wide. Now, it wouldn't be Sunday League without a couple of 50-50s. You got a couple of the VIP boys and Power lads going in for the same ball, nicking it off each other. Now, ball played out to this right hand side once again to Casey Roberts, plays up the line into the path of Jake Gorman. Decent little Cruyff turn, hold up play. Casey gets brushed off the ball a bit too easily for my liking, and Power come away with it, looking for Reedy on this left hand side, but it goes out for a throw in. Now, over on that far side, you got the ball that's been picked up by Danny D. Plays it in and looks for the runner Carlos, who tries to beat the back line. Heno gets across there, breaks no further than Talib, who whips a lovely ball into the box, and Bobby wasn't too sure about it. Quick substitution for the VIP boys. You got Captain Heno that comes off with a slight knock and is replaced by Ats. Palmer starts into the back line. Now, as you get back into the action, ball out on this right hand side, Casey Roberts whips it into the box, but Beefy slipped into an outside position. So that only means one thing: Lionel's got that ruler out again, straight as an arrow. Referee agreeing with the Lionel, offside given. Now, back down the other end, you got Carlos that whips a ball into the box, slightly overhit. but really manages to keep it in play. He is followed over there by Titch, and credit where it's due to Titch. Decent hold-up play, and he clears it out for a throw-in. Now Andre Lova throws into the path for Reed with a decent turn. Shouts for handball. The Power boys think it touches the hand and wants a penalty, but the referee waves it on, not interested. Now as we are drawing towards the end of the first half, Power have started to apply a little bit more pressure. Now number 7 goes on the attack, pursued by Shane Doyle, who does just enough until Cody Mullen comes and sticks a foot in, and Casey Roberts comes away with it. Now Baz plays a lovely little ball around the back of the VIP boys, just a shame it's offside. Lionel, been in a stationary set again, took that ruler out, straight as an arrow. Now about a minute before the referee's about to blow the half-time whistle, Tally plays a ball into Carlos, drops the shoulder, tries to play it through, but Bobby's got it covered. Ats clips a ball around the back of that Power back line. Page puts his hand up for offside, but Casey Roberts has timed his run to perfection. He's got plenty of time to get his shot away, cuts back, but Power stick a foot in, clear their lines. Picked up in the middle of the park by Titch once again. Cody Mullen giving them an option. Another ball clipped over the top to Casey Roberts, who's timed his run once again. Got plenty of options, but chooses the wrong one. End product ain't there. Ats pulling the strings once again, clips another lovely ball into the path of Baker, who's got some lovely and neat tidy feet. Remy comes off his line, does just enough to put Baker off, and his shot skims the post. And as we're seconds away from the referee blowing his whistle for half time, we're going to go into the break. Power FC 0, VIP 2. Now with that half-time break done and dusted, let's get the second half underway then. Now in our latest episode of Now You See It, Now You Don't, I introduced Casey Roberts. Now you see it, now you don't. Lovely footwork that is by the young lad. Laid it off to Cody Mullen, who tries to play in Jake Gorman, but defender clears it out for a throw-in. Now ball tossed into the box, Jake Gorman lays it back off to Casey Roberts, who whips it in on that left foot of his. Defended well by the Power back line. Talib comes away with it, but Titch doing what Titch does in that midfield, just coming over, breaking up play. About 55 minutes in at this point, Pagey throws a ball into the box, and the counter-attack's on for the VIP boys. You got Casey Roberts dropping the box, but Baz is in hot pursuit of him. Casey tries to play one through the channels, but Remy's there to scoop it up all day. And like I said earlier, nothing better than a 50-50. Great tackle that is there by Baz to win the ball. Played out to this right-hand side to Reedy. It looks like it's slightly overhit, but he does manage to get there. Gets his foot on it. Now you got Brad Harben doing his defensive duties, and credit where it's due, comes away with the ball. Now Baz just welcomed Ats to the game. Now Shane and Doyle just checking if Bobby's got decent feet. Wasn't the best pass back to him, but Bobby deals with it. Shane picks up the ball again, but Carlos is all over him. Fair play, rides the tackle, goes driving into the box, but Palmer sweeping up as he always does. Now ball breaks out to this right hand side to Danny D, who I must say puts a peach of a cross into the box. Just a shame Carlos can't read it, and you can tell by his reaction he should have got something on it. And as we go back down the other end, throw into the VIP boys, tossed into Baker's feet, who manages to turn on it, tries to play it through to Casey Roberts, who gets his cross on it, slightly overhit, and the power backline deal with it. Free kick just inside his own half to be taken by Danny D. Baz gives him the signal, gets his head on it, but it creeps out for a goal kick. Now we're about 70 minutes into the game at this point, and Power have started to put their foot on the gas a little bit. I've been trying to apply the pressure. Then number 7 comes away with it, tries to play it through to the channel, but as he's done all game, Shane Doyle has been intercepting it and breaking up play. Power still on the attack though. On that left hand side, ball's played out to Talib, drops the shoulder, tries to whip one into the box, but Big Bobby's got it covered. Ball tossed into number 10 Carlos, with Cody Mullen in hot pursuit. I reckon he does get a little trip there, but referee waves it on. Second foul should have been given to Carlos, but eventually it goes out of play, VIP throw-in. Now Titch getting caught in possession, centre of the park. Ball played into Talib, who has been Power's danger man. Drops the shoulder, tries to turn away from it, but Palmer's there to pick up the pieces. Palmer getting caught in possession here, but the one thing the VIP boys are well renowned for is their determination and their dogged work rate. They've always got 1 and 2 men in and around the ball, always willing to support each other and put the shift in, as displayed here. But credit to Power, they managed to work an angle with a nice 1-2 play there. Danny D gets his shot away, goes over the bar though. Popular substitution for the VIP boys, Billy Fag and Steph on, replacing Baker and Cody Mullen. Free kick to Power FC, about 25 yards out from goal. You got Reedy that steps up, stings the hands of Big Bobby. Baz follows up, but another save by Bobby. From that resulting corner, it's whipped into the box, but Bobby gets his hands on it. I believe that's Danny D with the recovery, plays another one into the box. Bobby manages to palm it out once again, breaks no further than Pagey, but the VIP boys have got a couple of men on him, and it eventually goes out for a throw-in. Ball played over the top into the channel for the runner Reedy, who has peeled off Brad Harbin's shoulder, managed to head it down, gets out of his feet, plays a lovely ball across the 6-yard box. Now what a save that is by Bobby. Now with time still on the clock for the Power FC boys to get themselves into the game, a ball whipped in looking for Carlos, but it's headed away by Titch. Really tries to keep the ball alive, still inside the 18-yard box, but Titch clears the lines once again. Now as we go back down the other end, decent enough ball played in from Titch to Casey Roberts on that right hand side, gets out of his foot, lovely ball across the 6-yard box, but that's decent defending by Power. Throwing tossed into Baz centre of the park, but there's no man on core, so Jake Gorman nicks it off him, gets it out of his feet, gets his shot away, not enough power on it, and Remy's got that covered. Bobby plays a short one into Brad Harbin, who manages to get out of his feet, gets his head up, whips a decent enough ball into the centre of the park. Decent control by Steph, overlapping run by Casey Roberts, who's got plenty of space in front of him to get his shot away. Tame effort, and Remy kicks it out for a corner. short corner kick taken. Lovely turn that is there by Baker. Gets his shot away. Saved again by Remy. Out to that right hand side to Casey Roberts once again. But decent enough defending by the Power FC boys. Now, since coming on as a substitute, the man Stefan Caesar has found himself in pockets such as that one. And he's been decent with his distribution on the ball. Titcher with a lovely cross into the box. Comes shot. Nearly caught Remy off guard. Ball picked up by number 19, Beefy, who has been doing his job at left wing back for the VIP boys today. Managed to nick it around the Power back line. Gets his head up, tries to cut it across. But decent defending by Danny D, I believe that still is. Back out to Steph Caesar. Decent enough footwork. Managed to work an angle. Gets his crossing. But it goes over everybody's head. And the Power FC boys come away with it. Now, ball played into the channel, looking for the runner Flickster. Palmer letting him know he's in the game. Free kick whipped in by the Power FC boys, defended well enough by VIP, and Shane sees it out to safety. And as we're entering the last couple of minutes of the game, you got another ball played into the channel, looking for Jake Gorman. Decent enough hold-up play, waiting for some support. Steph Caesar's in and around him with some more decent footwork. Beefy picks it up, gets out of his feet. Jake G's there to support him, but again, fair play to Power FC, defending their lines. As we go back up the other end, Power FC on a counter-attack. Ball breaks out to Baz, who gets his shot away, deflected, and a decent header there by Brad Harburn. And eventually, VIP clear their lines. Just in front of the camera, you got Brad Harburn that manages to stick his foot in and gets VIP on the counter-attack again. Billy Fagg plays into Steph Caesar, who goes down a little bit too easy here. Referee ain't interested in no foul. Now, credit where it's due to Power FC, they never know when they're defeated. Still on the counter-attack, a lovely ball played in across the 6-yard box. Palmer taking no chances, clears it for a corner. Now, Power whip that corner into the box. Bobby makes a hash of his clearance. Talib shoots, but it is blocked. I believe that's Billy Fagg doing his defensive duties. Power with their pretty much last couple of chances of the game, trying to keep the ball alive. Out to this right-hand side, I believe that's Pagey, trying to get the ball out of his feet and work an angle. Gets his crossing. Again, bounces. Power tries to keep it alive, but Bobby's there to pick up the pieces. Now, on that note, the referee is about to blow his full-time whistle. The game is going to end Power FC 0, VIP 2. I'm Big Fazza. This is Sunday League Settings. Thanks for having me. As we go around the grounds, I'm not having it. I'm not having it. Oi! respect people, myself, Big Fazza. On behalf of Sunday League Settings, like, comment and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bless up.